That's how the split works. You just got to keep up.
Morning, everyone. Morning. Just a reminder that everyone please turn off or silence yourselves and all cell phones and electronic devices. This is a hearing Committee of Adjustment for the City of Thorold for Thursday, April 16th, 2026. Everyone present will be given an opportunity to speak for or against the applications being heard. Members of the public are welcome to speak to the planning matters before the committee today, specifically as they relate to the minor variance or land severance applications under consideration. Please ensure your comments focus on the relevant planning matters to which the committee is deciding on. When given a chance to speak, you will have 5 minutes, so please make sure to be as clear and consistent as possible. For your information, Committee of Adjustment is a public process. Personal information such as the applicant's name and property address, which is reported at a Committee of Adjustment meeting, is public information. Minutes of this Committee of Adjustment meeting will be received by Thorold City Council. Please address your comments and questions through the chair. A copy of the decision will be sent to the applicant or agent and to any person who files a written request. Agencies commenting on applications may request that certain conditions be imposed. Voicing objections to these conditions will not adversely affect the committee's decision. Committee of Adjustment is a quasi-judicial body operating under the Planning Act, Municipal Act, and Statutory Powers Procedure Act, as well as various provincial regulations. Sections 45 and 50 of the Planning Act outline the circumstances surrounding the approval of minor variances and controlling the conveyance of land in Ontario and the prevention of subdivision of land except with governmental approval. The applicant, the minister, or any specified person or public body who has an interest in the matter may, within 20 days of the making of the minor variance decision and 20 days from the date of the mailing of the consent decision, appeal to the Ontario Land Tribunal. Please note neighbors and other interested parties not defined by the Planning Act are no longer eligible to file appeals as per Bill 23, More Homes Built Faster Act 2022. Would the Deputy Clerk read the land acknowledgement, please?
The City of Thorold is situated on treaty land. This land is steeped in the rich history of the First Nations such as the Hattaway-Dawronk, the Haudenosaunee, and the Anishinaabe, including the Mississaugas of the Credit First Nation. There are many First Nations, Métis, and Inuit people from across Turtle Island that live and work in Niagara today. The City of Thorold stands with all Indigenous people, past and present, in promoting the wise stewardship of the lands on which we live.
Thank you. Does any member of this panel have a pecuniary interest in any of the applications to be considered at this hearing? Nor do I. We have a motion to adopt the agenda as presented. Mr. Daniels, Mr. DiPaolo, errors or omissions? Seeing none, all in favor. May I have a motion that minutes from March 19th be adopted as presented? Mr. Daniels, Mr. Pizzo, errors or omissions? All in favor. The Secretary-Treasurer was notice given as required by the Planning Act?
Yes.
Are there any requests for withdrawal or adjournment?
No.
Thank you. Our first and only application, D1001 2026. Mr. Planner?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Through you. This application is consent to sever approximately 630 square meters at 17 Bigger Road, with 657 square meters being retained. The lands are designated as part of the Port Robinson East Special Policy Area within the City of Thorold's official plan and zoned first density residential R1A in the comprehensive zoning bylaw. The Niagara official plan designates the lands as greenfield. Currently on site, there is a single detached dwelling, a detached accessory structure, a greenhouse, and shipping container. Staff recommends imposing several additional conditions on this consent related to these accessory structures. These recommendations include the removal of the accessory garage unless the owner or applicant can demonstrate the existing service and connection to the principal dwelling is removed, the severed lands be rezoned temporarily to allow for the accessory garage structure for a maximum of 3 years, that all required building permits are received, and that all other accessory structures are removed. This application was reviewed in accordance with Section 51 of the Planning Act against relevant provincial legislation, regional, and municipal policy. Under the PPS, planning authorities are directed to support the development of complete communities by providing for an appropriate range and mix of housing types. In this goal, planning authorities should facilitate all types of residential intensification, including the promotion of new housing which efficiently uses the land. Under the Niagara Official Plan, new residential development and residential intensification is encouraged to meet housing needs at all stages of life. The City of Thorold is projected to account for 1,600 new dwelling units through intensification by 2051. Within that, designated greenfields are expected to achieve a minimum density of 50 residents per hectare while remaining a complete community. Under the City of Thorold's official plan, future development in the Port Robinson East area is limited to the infilling of lots, all occurring through the consent process. New developments in the Port Robinson East Special Policy Area will be serviced by municipal water and sanitary services as well, which is why we've got one condition there. Now, under the comprehensive zoning bylaw, there are a few things that we need to address. The created lot imposes several contraventions of the comprehensive zoning bylaw. Most notably, an ARU is generally defined as a self-contained dwelling unit located within the same building or on the same lot as an existing residential unit. Under the comprehensive zoning bylaw's definitions, an accessory use is defined as, quote, a use subordinate and incidental to the primary/principal uses on the same lot. Given these definitions, a new lot cannot be created with an already existing ARU on the property, as it would require the establishment of a primary use. Additionally, a building permit was issued for an accessory structure on the subject lands in accordance with the bylaw, and this structure was placed on the property in accordance with all the regulations of the City of Thorold's official plan. However, the building permit was issued for an accessory structure on the lands to construct a detached garage, and there is no record of a permit for a residential component to the accessory structure. As such, the residential use is illegal at this time. Now, typically, staff would impose conditions requiring all structures be removed or moved to conform with the zoning bylaw. However, given the size, age, and form of the accessory structure, staff are amenable to permitting the accessory structure through a temporary rezoning for a period of 3 years. This 3-year period would provide, in the opinion of staff, enough time to rectify kind of the legal standing of the residential component. In summary, staff recommend the following conditions: that the existing servicing connection between the principal and accessory structure be removed. This will ensure that future servicing of the detached lot is appropriate and serviced through the municipality. That the second condition being that the proposed lands to be severed are temporarily rezoned to permit the accessory structure. As mentioned, the accessory structure cannot exist without a primary use. This rezoning would permit the structure for a period of 3 years to allow time to conform. Third kind of additional condition, that the applicant receive all required building permits to the satisfaction of the city. As previously identified, the residential component of the accessory structure was never legally established. The building department will require several permits to legalize the residential use in addition to the servicing concerns. And then finally, that all additional accessory structures on Part 2, the severed parcel, be removed. This includes the greenhouse and the shipping containers and is kind of in line with our traditional requirement of moving or removing any non-conforming structures. In summary, planning staff are supportive of the proposed consent at 17 Bigger Road, subject to the conditions outlined in the report. I'm happy to answer any questions that the committee may have.
Thank you, Planner. Who speaks on behalf of this application? If you could identify yourself, please.
My name is Stephen Rivers. I'm a principal of South Coast Consulting. I live at 189 Clare Avenue in Port Colborne.
Thank you, sir. Go ahead.
I have a brief presentation if your staff could bring that up. Hopefully very, very brief. Next slide, please. And the next slide. Quickly, just to go through what your staff has already worked through, it's consent to sever an existing accessory structure or with an existing accessory structure from a merged lot. Both lots existed through the plan of subdivision. They were merged, and the accessory structure was put on the lot that's proposed to be severed. The existing lot is 1,100 more square meters, almost 37 meters of frontage, on Bigger Road. The official plan designation is in the Port Robinson East Special Policy within the urban area, and the zoning is R1A. Next slide, please. Gives you perspective of the property. On the south side of Bigger Road, to the west is the road going into Port Robinson. Railway tracks are south of that, and the survey, the sketch provided, shows the existing residence with the garage, the severed line following the initial or previous lot line, and the accessory structure at the rear of the existing lot. Next slide, please. The adjacent property is primarily surrounded by residential to the north and east, the Welland Canal, and the railway lands and open space to the south and west. Next slide. As your staff has done, I have reviewed the Planning Act, the Provincial Policy Statement, the Niagara Regional Official Plan, the City of Thorold Official Plan, and the City of Thorold Zoning Bylaw. Next slide. No, I don't need to go through all of this with you, but as your staff has laid out for you, there were a number of considerations regarding the property. It's in the urban area, it has existing services, it's infilling, any natural heritage is protected, agriculture is protected because it's not taking agricultural land out, it's not hazardous, and it's compatible with the existing uses. Next slide. Let's skip right through. Next slide. And next slide. Next slide. The conditions that were proposed and that we recommend, the temporary use zoning bylaw to provide for the potential to put a single detached dwelling on the lot, or to remove the existing accessory structure that we were discussing. Provides time to build the new single detached dwelling. It can comply with the zoning provisions. It can connect to existing services on the street. There's grading plan already. Certainly lawyers undertaking this required, fees and taxes, and we know it lapses within 2 years. Next slide. I'd be happy to answer any questions if you have. The owners are here today, so if you have any questions, I will do my best to answer them.
Questions, comments from the committee members? Mr. Ravenek?
Through you, Mr. Chair, to Mr. Gravenstein. With the creation of this new lot, are development charges still applied to the lot then, because it's a newly created lot?
Yeah, so there won't be development charges in the traditional sense, but the city will be able to recoup some cost, like related to parkland dedication, for example, with the creation of new lots. So it's not traditional development charges, but there are kind of some fees that the city is recollecting because of the creation of a new lot.
Okay, thank you.
Mr. Pizzo?
Yes, sir. No, we have no problems at all and support them. We're fine with all of them and support them.
Mr. DiPaolo?
Through you, Chair, and to Steve, this was two parcels before. Is that what you said? And it merged, and now you're
That's correct. They were two parcels in a plan of subdivision. The owners acquired them, merged them. People do that. They want a bigger piece of land, and put their then garage on it. Their interest now is in selling the property, and it's their belief that with the property being severed, the existing house will sell at more quickly than it has, and the for all intents and purposes vacant lot with the garage on it also has a better sale potential.
Are you, the sketch that we saw, part 1, part 2, is that how it was originally?
I beg your pardon?
The sketch that we saw, the survey sketch that we saw where it shows part 1 and part 2 lots, is that how it was originally divided, do you know?
Yes, sir, that's correct. They were, the new lot line follows the original lot line of the plan of subdivision.
Okay, and that's it for me, thank you.
Mr. Ravenek?
Yeah, in that case, I'll make a motion that the application D10-01-2026 be approved based on review of the pertinent information and comments presented at this hearing, and having conducted a site visit for the reasons stated in the planning report, and all the conditions stated in the planning report be applied.
Mr. Pizzo, did you second that?
I'd just like to ask a final question, Mr.
Mm-hmm.
This will clean it up?
Yes, in our opinion, this is the cleanest way to do it, and yeah, cleans up the property for the future kind of
You're
development.
happy with the recommendation?
Yes, sir.
I second.
We got a motion on the table. All in favor? There you
Thank
go.
gentlemen.
Good luck. Had a busy 2 years. You can breathe now. Any further business? Mr. DiPaolo?
I do. I'm just curious, we on the initial, when people come in to apply for the consents, we need 7 copies on 11 by 17 paper. Like, is this for real? And because it said the Committee of Adjustment needs that, I just want to be, I've never seen 7. Who gets the 7 copies? And do we actually do it on 11 by 17 paper?
Mr. Davison?
Through you, Mr. Chair, those are old and antiquated standards. Typically, we do ask for 1 hard copy, so we have a file copy, but everything is predominantly electronic nowadays.
Okay, I just read that. I said, wait a minute, we can't be still killing trees this many. Okay, perfect. Thank you.
We killed a lot of trees in the past.
You must be running.
Anything else? Mr. Davidson, do you want to talk about this report anymore, or is that enough?
About 17 bigger?
Yeah.
No, I think the appropriate decision was made, and it's, to Mr. Pizzo's point, I believe it will clean up some past mistakes. Obviously, they building permits, and I think the intent of staff is obviously never to remove a building which is brand new and quite large. So we did work. It's a little bit of a different approach than what we would ordinarily do. So, but I think to that point, I think we had to, right? It's a new building. We could have just said, remove the building, but I don't think that's reasonable. So we're trying to work with.
Good report.
Mr. DiPaolo?
I do have to make a comment
Oh, my God.
on that.
I'm going.
It is a breath of fresh air to see the thinking and the consideration given and ability to say, how can we? That was a breath of fresh air, gentlemen. So whoever was in the room when you guys, I know you guys were all, I just want to say thank you for kind of being open-minded and not taking the simple answer of saying, hey, that was a breath of fresh air. So you guys are making the city proud, so thank you.
I kind of want to get involved with the report. First page always says approved. That one not. Why shouldn't it say approved at page 9?
Through you, Mr. Chair, I guess it's just the protocol of how we've always written these reports is it's the snapshot in time right at the beginning. So if someone was just reading it, they would know going into reading the entirety of the report that we're recommending approval subject to the conditions attached. So maybe it's a spoiler at the beginning of the report, I guess. I don't know, but we like the committee to know, I think, when you're reviewing a report, what direction staff is going with the report, so you'll have that in the back of your head when you're reading it. It is just a recommendation, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, the committee makes the ultimate decision, so yeah, but yes.
I'm here to try and help them. If you can help them some way or other. You guys did a good job.
Next meeting?
May 21st?
May
Next meeting, May 21st, 9:30 a.m.
May 21st. Well done, everybody. Well done, staff. Motion to adjourn. Mr. Jackson, all in favor? See you next month, folks.